Okay, hello, peace be upon to all of you. My name is Muhammad Irfan Yusuf from DMT3A. My metric number is 10DMT20F1013. So now I will present about the difference between a ring spinning, open end system and eject spinning. Right, for introduction, fiber are spun into yarn and a yarn or woven or knitted into fabrics. And fabrics are then transformed into clothing product. There are three popular techniques of yarn manufacturing like ring spinning, roto or open end spinning, and eject spinning. For the ring spinning have a two flow chart. It is carded yarn and convert yarn. For the carded yarn flow chart, they have blow room, carding, draw frame 1, draw frame 2, simplex, ring spinning and auto corner. After that, for the flow chart of convert yarn ring spinning, they have a blow room, carding, draw frame 1, lap former, draw frame 2, simplex, ring frame and auto corner. Okay, now I will explain about the process of ring spinning. The roving bobbin are inserted in a holder on the creel, guides by guide the roving into the drafting system, where they are drawn to their final count. The drafting system is at an angle of 45 until 16 degrees and is one of the most important units on the machine, since it exerts a very considerable influence on the uniformity of the yarn in particular. After the resulting thin ribbon of fiber leaves the delivery roller, the twice necessary for imparting strength is provided by spindle rotating at high speed. If the process is rotation of the traveler on the spinning ring produce a twice in the yarn. Ring traveler is also necessary for taking up this yarn onto a tube mounted on the spindle. This traveler, a remnant of the flyer on the roving frame, move on a guide rail around the spindle, the so-called ring. The ring traveler has no drive of its own. It is dragged with spindle via the yarn attached to it. The rotation of the ring traveler lags somewhat behind that of a spindle due to the reliability height friction of the ring traveler on the ring and the atmospheric resistance of the traveler and the trip balloons between yard guide, eyelet and traveler. These differences in the speed between a spindle and the traveler result in the trip being wound onto the tube. Its contrast to the roving frame, the ring spinning machine spinner operate with at high speed than the traveler. The yarn is wound out into a cylindrical cope from by rising and lowering of the ring, which are mounted on a continuous ring rail. The layer traverse of the ring rail is also less than the full winding height of the tube. The ring rail therefore has to be raised slightly shift traverse after each layer has been wound for a time. Machine were also built feature switch traverse produced by lowering the spindle bearing plate rather than raising and the ring rail. These machines are no longer available today.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Muhammad Hakim. I am from DMT3A. My metric number is 10DMT20F1007. Now I will give a description of process flowchart of open end system. The process start from blow room. go to scarding, draw frame, and go to rotor spinning. Open-end spinning machine is unlike any other machine in the short-stepper spinning mill in the range of tasks it has to perform, namely all the basic operations. First, sliver feed. A cut of draw frame sliver is fed through a sliver guide via a feed roller and feed table to a repeatedly rotation opening roller. Second, sliver opening. The rotation stage of the opening roller come out the individual fibers from the sliver clamp between feed table and feed roller. After leaving the rotation opening roller, the fibers are fed to the fibers channel. Third, fiber transport to the rotor. Centrifugal force and vacuum in the rotor housing causes the fibers to disengage at a certain point from the opening roller and to move via the fiber channel to the inside wall of the rotor. Fourth, fibers collision in the rotor groove. The centrifugal force in the repeatedly rotation rotor cause the fibers to move from the conical rotor wall toward the rotor groove and be collected there to form a fiber ring. Yarn formation. When a spun yarn and emerges from the draw-off nozzle into the rotor groove, it receives twist from the rotation of the rotor outside the nozzle, which then continues in the yarn into the interior of the rotor. The yarn end rotate around its axis and continuously twists in the fibers deposit in the rotor groove, assisted by the nozzle, which acts as a twice rotating element. And last, yarn take-off winding. The yarn formed in the rotor is continuously taken off by the delivery shaft and the pressure roller through the nozzle and the draw-off tube and wound onto a cross-wound package. Between takeoff and package, several sensors control yarn movement as well as the quality of the yarn and initiate yarn clearing if any pre-selected value are exceeded. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vinod Rajan. I'm from DMT3A. My number metric is 10DMT 12TF1012. Today I am going to discuss about air jet spinning. First of all, we can see process flow chart of air jet spinning. First of all, the yarn goes into blow room and then goes to carding and then goes to draw frame 1, 2 and 3 and finally goes into air jet spinning. Sliver is fed into machine and is further drawn out to the final count and twist is interested by means of rotating vortex of high pressure air. By the action of the vortex, the fiber ends eventually whirl around the spindle tip and are thus twisted around the twistless yarn core and transforms into a twisted yarn surface or cover fibers. The occurs at the spindle tip. Once inside the spindle tip, the yarn formation process is finished and the yarn can be taken off and put into a package. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arif bin Macharani. My metric number 10DMT 19F1001. I from DMT 5A. Okay, my part in the presentation is to present the characteristic of the resulting yarn using a method conventional spinning, open air spinning, and eject spinning. We already put the picture different of ring spoon yarn and rotor spoon yarn. We also took a table characteristic of yarn and spinning method. At the table we can see the different of ring spoon yarn and rotor spoon yarn. Okay, the tensile strength of eject yarn is 50 to 60%, and 80 to 85% of that of similar cotton and polyester or polyester cotton blended ring spoon yarn respectively. As compared to ring spoon yarn, eject spoon yarn has high blending rigidity, low hairiness, high evenness, a low count of nap, slug, thick and thin places, and low abrasion resistant. This characteristic make it suitable for the use in the pile of terry fabric but not in the ground. Okay.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Awang Muhammad Yassin. I'm from DMT3A and my metric number is 10DMT20F1001. Today I'm going to present about advantage and disadvantage between spinning system. The first of all is advantage of ring spinning. Advantage of ring spinning is produce half high strength yarns, spinning of fine cone yarn, properly for special yarn, is universally applicable and also flexible as regard quantity. Fine yarns can be produced as compared to open system. Disadvantage of ring spinning is process stage are numerous. Roving stage exists as an extra process compared to other system. Yarn breakers are more numerous as a result of ring traveler and friction and yarn friction. Interruption, broken end, and piecing are problem exist because of yarn breakers. The high speed of traveler damage the fiber. The capacity of the corp is limited. Energy cost is very high and low production rate. Advantage of open end spinning is this appearance of simplex frame under certain circumstances, elimination of the second passes drawing frame. In some cases, with the use of auto leveler at cut, elimination of even the draw frame passage. Bigger supply of can to open end and bigger package of weaving. Elimination of winding. The disadvantage of open end spinning is restricted only cost count, high capacity cost, use restrict in case yarn is weak. Yarn realization in case of waste mixing will be poor, resulting increased mixing cost. Wear and tears of rotors, combine roller and leveler are very high when high trash content mixing is used, resulting is heavy replacement cost. Advantage of eject spinning. Correct functional and fashionable yarn. Integration of three process, roving, spinning, and winding by the MJS. Integration of four process, roving, spinning, winding, and doubling by MTS. User-friendly in operation management. The spinning speed is 340 meter per minute. User-friendly in quality control. Totally saves space and labor and energy. Advantage of jet yarn is less heinous and clear appearance, high resistance to peeling and embossing, high moisture of absorption, less synchron and high wash resistance. Can be spun with various other materials such as cotton, synthetic fiber, regenerated fiber, and blended fiber. And structure also suitable of for yarn. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Awam Muhammad Yassin. I'm from DMT3A and my metric number is 10DMT20F1001. Today I'm going to present about advantage and disadvantage between spinning system. The first of all is advantage of ring spinning. Advantage of ring spinning is produce half high strength yarns, spinning of fine cone yarn, properly for special yarn, is universally applicable and also flexible as regard quantity. Fine yarns can be produced as compared to open system. Disadvantage of ring spinning is process stage are numerous. Roving stage exists as an extra process compared to other system. Yarn breakers are more numerous as a result of ring traveler and friction and yarn friction. Interruption, broken end and piecing are problem exist because of yarn breakers. The high speed of traveler damage the fiber. The capacity of the corp is limited. Energy cost is very high and low production rate. Advantage of open and spinning is this appearance of simplex frame under certain circumstances, elimination of the second passes drawing frame. In some cases, with the use of auto leveler at cut, elimination of even the draw frame passage. Bigger supply of can to open and bigger package of weaving. Elimination of winding. The disadvantage of open and spinning is restricted only cost count, high capacity cost, use restrict in case yarn is weak, yarn realization in case of waste, mixing will be poor, resulting increased mixing cost. Wear and tears of rotors, combine roller and leveler are very high when high trash content mixing is used, resulting is heavy replacement cost. Advantage of edged spinning. Correct functional and fashionable yarn. Integration of three process, roving, spinning and winding by the MJS. Integration of four process, roving, spinning, winding and doubling by MTS. User-friendly in operation management. The spinning speed is 340 meter per minute. User-friendly in quality control. Totally saves space and labor and energy. Advantage of jet yarn is less heinous and clear appearance, high resistance to peeling and embossing, high moisture of absorption, less synchron and high wash resistance. Can be spun with various other materials such as cotton, synthetic fiber, regenerated fiber and blended fiber. And structure also suitable for yarn.